Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're trying a deck I'm calling Jund, Jank, Junk. And mostly because I want to play this combination of cards together that I've played in different decks, but actually might mesh really well today. So let's go take a look and see if we can win some games with this big pile of junk. Alright, so the theme today is going to be a combination between making artifacts and sacrificing stuff. That means we get to start with Teething Wormlet. This card's really good, it gets bigger every time you have an artifact come into play, it's a way to gain life. Just lots of good stuff going on with that. We're also going to be playing Galagreeters, because Galagreeters pairs really well with Wormlet, so not much of a surprise there. But that treasure could help us cast other things since we're going to be in 3 colors. Also, Tough Cookie. This makes a creature, which triggers Galagreeters, also makes multiple artifacts, which triggers a Wormlet. So obviously you see how this fits in here. Very good stuff for us. Now, where the black comes in is we're going to be playing some Oni Cult Anvil, because we're going to have all these artifacts we can sacrifice. We can keep making extra creatures with it, which again triggers our other cards, which we love that. We're going to play Braid's Arisen Knight. This is also very good because there's a good chance your opponent's not going to have a bunch of artifacts or other permanents to sacrifice. So this gives us something to do with those extra cards, whether it's food or treasure, whatever that's going to end up sitting around. Gonna play a couple of copies of Gumdrop Poisoner. This is just another way to remove stuff, especially since the card itself makes a treasure in the form of food, but we can gain life from things. We can gain a life from the Oni Cult Anvil, we can gain a life from the Wormlet, we can gain life from the Galagreeters, so it's possible the Poisoner could just kill like a 5 or 6 toughness creature, which is super nice. And we're going to be playing Annihilating Glare, because this card just makes sense. Since we're going to have a bunch of artifacts we can sacrifice, we can just, for 1 mana, destroy an artifact, destroy a creature or a planeswalker by sacrificing an artifact. And then, I saw that Swayze played a deck similar to this, and I liked his choice for the top end, so I'm also going to do similar and play a couple of Decadent Dragon. I think this card fits very well here. It lets us get extra cards from the opponent, and since we're going to have treasure and such, we can possibly just cast it anyway. But then this is a big 4/4 flyer, which is awesome, comes over the top, and produces treasure, which is another artifact for all of our stuff. So yeah, all these cards work really well together, so we're going to see if they do what they're supposed to do. But if you want the full deck list, it'll be at the end of the video, like always. Or you can go down to the description, look for the blue arrows that'll take you to our Moxfield link where you can get today's deck and a pile of other awesome, quirky things you can play in Standard. Now though, let's go play some games, and let me tell you about the sponsor real quick. If you want to buy any cards for today's deck or any other game stuff, remember to go to CoolStuffInc.com. You can use code DRAGON, that'll save you 5% at checkout. And Cool Stuff Inc. always has cool stuff in stock. Oh boy. Sure, we'll keep. Not sure how confident I am about this. Well, the good news is they can only take a Candy Trail. Bad news is it was like the one thing we could cast. So that didn't really work out too well for us. Alright. Here's something you can kill. I mean, oh, go for the throat. All right, I thought it was going to be cut down. Anytime, well, I guess go for a throat. They know they can't kill a tough cookie, so I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, why waste it? Have a counter for this guy? Nope, they're just going to kill the Wormlet. Okay, they really don't want the Wormlet around. They're using a lot of removal here early. Good for us, though. Especially since they know this is in hand. Though, the other side of that argument is always like, if they know and they're still willing to do that, what does that mean? Alright, try to get in there. Interesting. Are we down to go for the throat out? I think if they had go for a throat, though, they would have killed this and then used their March of the Wretched on that. If I were guessing. In the turn. Sweet. We get a free shot at this. Nice. Nice. Love to see it. Ooh, not only that, we get their Celestis to bounce their stuff. Like, that is great. I love that for us. Awesome. I ain't mad at that at all. Alright, so let's go ahead and play the things they know about. And, in the turn. We're going to go ahead and Fading Hope that, so we get to scry. Yes, please. Do we try to make a treasure here and let them counter? Or food. I think so. Oh, they didn't even counter it. Okay. Fair enough. We will draw. And we will discard this. Okay, that's not a bad option either. Oh, crap. Do I not have... Why did not... I mean, I wasn't attacking anyway here, but... That was weird. I don't know what happened there. In the turn? I'm assuming Braids is not going to make it, right? That makes sense. However, we have this. Oh, it's sacrificed. They chose non-token. It doesn't matter anyway. For some reason, I forgot. It just chose non-token. But regardless, it was interesting. The opponent just conceded there. I guess they're not going to be able to deal with the Restless Cottage plus the tokens. But yeah, either way, that was a dumb play on my part, but works out just the same. All right, let's go. We even got all of our basics early. Look at that. Not all of them. I think we have 2 of each or something, but at least 1 of each to start the game. Uh-oh. Sucks to be you, Wormlet. I mean, that being said, any 2 damage spell will kill Wormlet next turn, too. So it's not like they have to be in a hurry to get rid of it. Phoenix Chick gonna attack for 1 opponent? I mean, we know Phoenix Chick can't block, right? Okay, cool. Just making sure we're on the same page there. Alright. Looks like we're gonna go Tough Cookie. Gain some life. Attack. Alright. Is this where we lose the Wormlet? Yep. Very likely. No, just double Swift Spear. That feels even scarier. I ain't gonna lie. It feels like this is gonna hurt way more next turn. Oh, man. Alright. I guess we're gonna play Oni Cult Anvil. And then... Man, I don't really want to sack the food against mono red, but it does get us a creature and a life, so we're probably going to do it anyway. The opponent seems very afraid to attack with this Phoenix Chick during the course of this game, and I don't understand, because Phoenix Chick obviously is the right call. Alright. I'm trying to think what the opponent could have that they would not want to have killed Wormlet. I mean, they could be setting up and maybe like 3 damage to Wormlet and Rage or something on this turn, which would be believable. But if we kill this, this just dies to more things. So I think we gamble on trying to keep the Wormlet larger, just in case. I think that's the smarter play. And then... I'm going to attack with both of these. Like, because I don't think we're blocking with it. Honestly. Also, don't forget the Tough Cookie can also be sacrificed for 3 as well, because it's still food itself. Alright, they opted not to block, which I was half hoping for, because it does feel a little bit suspect to them. Like, why would I trade there? Alright. They're down to 12. We're at 23. We have some wiggle room here. We're going to get to kill something next turn, most likely. And then we just have to figure out stuff from there. Oh, Warcrafting. They went all the way up. Okay. Well, it kind of did the same thing, so yeah, good job. Nice. I ain't mad at that. Not mad at that. Alright, play this first. Let's go ahead and kill one of those off. We are going to attack. Go to 19. Alright. Then next turn, we get to make a food. We could crack a food. Play the Poisoner. Oh, bye-bye, Tough Cookie. You had a good run, friend. You had a good run. Yeah, you got it. They're going to shoot it to get a dragon? They are not shooting it to get a dragon. I was kind of hoping they might, but even then, we could only gain 3 life and do this. So we attack for 1. And then put the opponent to 6. Let's see. If we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We're going to be 1 short once they make the dragon. I was thinking we could punch through it, but we really can't. So, what's our best plan here? I guess we... do we crack the food, then kill this? Feels kind of lame, but I'm just trying to figure out what's in their hand. Because they didn't burn this to kill it. They didn't shoot us. They didn't play anything. Like, maybe it's another invasion? That would be believable. I'm just trying to think if there's some way we could get out of this. I don't know. We only gained 1, so we could kill a Phoenix chick. Alright, I'm just going to do this. I feel like I'm wasting this card a little bit. And we'll just have to draw some other removal, but... I mean, I don't know what else to do here. Opponent's at 6. We're just going to have to try to get it done one way or the other, I guess. We could also get, like, Decadent Dragon, steal some burn spells from them. Like, there's other ways we can get there. I'm just a little confused by what their hand potentially looks like. Well, there you go. There's one of our answers. Alright, I think we just double block. Well, this still trample. Well, it won't trample for it. Oh, they'll still get their dragon, though. They're at 6. Alright, we just let them get the dragon. F it. Like, we have to get a hard removal card here one way or the other, or we lose. So, I mean, we have Annihilating Glares. We have not that, is the answer. I mean, I say we can't. I mean, we can. We can at least attack with the Gumdrop Poisoner here, and they kind of have to block it. Because we put the 1/1 on it. Yeah, they actually... Yeah, that makes the most sense. So we at least get rid of the dragon here. I was forgetting about the +1/+1 from the Wicked. I was thinking about just when it dies. But alright. We gain 4, so that actually makes it possible. They go down to 4. They go down to 3. And then now it's easier. For some reason, I forgot about the Wicked Bone. I always think about just the damage it does when the creature goes away. But they had to block there realistically. Because if they don't, they would have taken 4. We could have sacked for 1. And then at any point in the future, when the creature died, they would have been dead. Right now, though, if they kill our artifact creature, we don't have a way to drain them for more life right now. Till we find something else that makes food or whatever. Yeah, there you go, opponent. Get them damages in. Yep, 4, 6, 7. Fortunately, we have a little bit of life to play with. That is excellent. I am not mad at that at all. Alright. Much as I would, like to kill off a creature, we have 17 life and don't have to worry about that, really. Alright. Opponent is at 2. Unless they can kill both of these... No, even then, I don't know if that does it. Okay, Raptor's nice, but we got a lot of life here. Yep. Making sure we do not block. Yeah, opponent, you kind of just have to attack with everything. It just, yeah, sure, pass. No blocks. This would end up being a weirdly grindy game against Mono Red, but we'll take it. We go first. You know, this is a tough one because this doesn't really do anything. But I'm going to keep it anyway. Let's see if maybe we find something off the top that's useful. Oh, this is not the hand we want against mono red. I was gonna say we need the deck to provide for real. Okay, I guess this works. Alright, Adversary is going to be a 3/3, which is annoying, but fair. No blocks. Oh, Restless Cottage. Alright, either we're going to play Oni Cult Anvil and probably use Annihilating Glare. Though we can't, because we probably need to save that to get rid of Godric if that shows up. So I think we just do this with the intent of probably trading for the Adversary here. No attacks. I'm just debating if I'm going to sack this treasure. I think I am, just to look for... Ah, that didn't help. I was hoping some other creature or another thing that generates food. Because if they don't have Godric here, then this ends up being a much worse play. Yeah, that was my concern. And now if it's Rage, we're in trouble. Okay. That wasn't as bad as it could have been, but definitely wasn't a good setup for us. Yeah, this just isn't doing a lot, sadly. We just drew too many lands. Actually, I think we drew lands and braids. I think that's all we've drawn so far. Yep. Get your big attack in here. Not much I can do about it. Yep. Oh my gosh. We just didn't draw anything. Alright. Okay, let's go. Old Galagreeters, we need you to survive, buddies. Don't know how you're going to do it, but we need you to find a way. Big Neck Ruiner. That doesn't make us happy. Ooh, I wanted to play this, but being able to play this into that feels a lot better now. So let's do that. Let's play this. Let's get a treasure. Actually, let's get the +1, because we can get more life this way. And then now we can go treasure. Alright. I'll attack and trade there if they want to. Like, that Ruiner's probably way worse for us. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Then we just see what other removal and stuff they got going on. Mirror Shield, whatever. Creature you control becomes target ability, a backup, make a copy, choose new targets. Alright. Seems reasonable. Yeah. Candy Trail. I don't think we need another Candy Trail, but I will take an Annihilating Glare. Even though it is sorcery speed and all their stuff that can protect it as instant speed, so it's not great for us. You know, you do what you gotta do. Does the opponent not have anything here? That's very suspect, but let's see what they got. Dusk Legion Duelist, okay. You got it. Yeah, it looks like they don't have anything the way things are moving, so I'm fine just attempting to kill that. Yeah. Alright. Our turn. We kind of know what's up here, so I'm willing to Annihilating Glare, get rid of a treasure. Target that. Get rid of this. Oh. Auto pay. Sack treasure. Alright. And we're going to attack. I guess I could have drawn first in case I found something worth playing. That kind of qualifies, but I'm going to pass. if they have a sweeper, I don't want to put too much out there. Soul Cauldron. That's a little bit annoying. But I do have enough to gain life and kill that, even with the +1/+1 on it. Alright. So they're just putting a counter on it. Sounds good. Make a food. Let's sack a food. We gain 3. This can kill that guy. Then we +1. Just to speed up the clock a little bit. Alright. And now we have lands to attack with our Restless Cottage. Okay, cool. I think this is one where we just keep and hope the deck draws well. Because we can, like, Candy Trail, we can go for the throat, we can then get rid of something the next turn. Like, you know. Like, there are things we can do. They're not super exciting, but things nonetheless. Yeah, I guess we keep those. Man, at least we can use them. Pilfer. Probably getting rid of Braids here. I don't know, maybe they get rid of removal card, actually. Like, either would have been reasonable. But now they know we have Go for the Throat and stuff, which kind of sucks. But that is fine. Pass the turn. Graveyard Trespasser. Well, we're going to be discarding a card to deal with that, I guess. Because that's going to be super annoying if we don't. Alright, so I think the plan here... Oh, we don't have enough black to do what we want to do. That sucks. I was going to play this and then use Annihilating Glare, but that doesn't quite help us. Are we just taking some damage and then risking Go for the Throat, I guess? Kind of sucks, but kind of also feels like it might be what we need to do. Alright. Is what it is. Pass the turn. We also might end up having to use this against, like, Shield Rids or something, too. That's another real problem. Yep, you got it. We are gladly taking the 6. 7, actually. Well, no, just 6, because there's no creatures in any graveyard. Not blocking here, because I would sack 1, and if they had a way to kill something else, we wouldn't have a way to generate more 1/1s. At least not with what's in hand. Alright, that eventually helps. So that's good. I think we attack here. Back one of these. Alright. In the turn, and we're going to hope they don't have Grixis Command here to make our life miserable. Not impossible if they do, but it does get kind of ugly. Alright. Well, that's a thing we can kill at least, so that's good. We have to find something else to discard now, though. If we want all this to work the way we want it to. Alright. So. Man, if they have a way to bring that back, that's going to suck. Because we're going to take a ton of damage dealing with that. Block. Sacrifice this. So we take 3, go to 11. I'm gonna do this and hate myself. But here we go. They're gonna save it, aren't they? Oh, they didn't have it. Ooh, we got lucky. I really thought they had the back from the one of the million back from the dead cards. But they didn't, coincidentally. So that worked out great. This also works. So not bad timing on that. We can attack here. Back one of them. Get some triggers, get some bodies. Drain for 1. In the turn, we can still live off this go for the throat for a minute if we have to. And now if they sweep the board, we'll at least be making a food, and then we can sack the food and start the cycle all over again. And there's the Grixis command. Destroy creatures, turn 2 creatures from the graveyard to the battlefield. We know what's coming back. Can we draw our way out if we let this live? Because I kind of want to use this on the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, but I don't think we can. That's tough. We got to find some other answers. Back this. All right. Let's see what we can do. Maybe a Braids here would be pretty nice. I wouldn't hate that. I do hate that though. Like that's not good. All right. Yep, you got it. Come on, deck. We need some help. Sure. Sacrifice creature. I mean... Okay, that's something. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to pump that, so... You win that game of chicken, opponent. Pass the turn? Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get there, but we're just going to have to try our butts off. You got it. Alright, they're going to get to drain us for 1 for sure, maybe 2. Nope. Alright. I think I'm going to block with one of these. Drain the opponent. Ooh, Annihilating Glare. That doesn't suck here. Was not what I was expecting to see, but I ain't mad to see it. Let's kill the Gorger. I mean, I guess we don't have to sacrifice anything. We just pay full price here. All right. Pass the turn. All right. That's probably gonna do it. Man, where were our real creatures during this game? I should have drained them for one, but like we're dead anyway. All right, GG's. Opponent got it. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, let's try to make this work. We'll see if this plays out the way we want. Poor teething wormlets. I think I'm gonna go with this first and see if maybe we get lucky and the wormlet lives. Gain us a little bit of life. Because if they don't kill the harvester, I was gonna say you kind of have to. Oh, and they're using a lightning strike. Okay, cool. That very likely means they don't have a play with fire, which is good news. Bad news is we don't have another black mana yet. Other good news, we can at least scry a couple times if we feel we need to. Do we put that at the bottom? Probably. You know, I'm going to keep that. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm going to go ahead and play this anyway, even though we know we're not scrying. I'll just take the point of life. I feel we're going to lose the wormlet either way, but there is a chance that maybe they just play like Godric and we can just block them. Okay, that's a thing. Knowing what we know, do we block this guy? I think we do. We take 2, but that's fine. I feel like this kind of just starts the chain of, like, we gotta hope for the best. Alright, do they have a 5 damage spell? That's not it. And that's not it. That's good news. That's real good news, actually. That's beyond fantastic news. Okay. Then we're going to play this. We're going to pass. No attack. We are going to sacrifice this, I think. Actually, no. Because I have this, I'm going to sacrifice 1 Candy Trail. Because that gets us extra life. Okay, now we have another kill spell. We're all good, I think. Because now if something big happens, we can play both these spells next turn, and I think we're alright after that. And we still have a Candy Trail we can blow up. Here's Godric. Makes sense. Sure, you have a Scamp. That's okay. We take a big hit this turn, but we can survive it. And the opponent's hand's empty, so we're playing with perfect information now, which is super sweet. Gonna just play this for now. And pass the turn, no attacks. Not gonna sacrifice anything here. Save our removal card, then we'll start cracking food, and we'll see what's up. Alright, and you got a Charming Scoundrel. Sure, why not? Oh, see, that's just greedy. I'm going to do that to save ourselves a point. I thought they were going to put that on, like, a Phoenix chick or something. Yep, opponent scoops. Alright, I guess we'll keep it. We'll see what we can do. I could have played Candy Trail there first, I guess, but... Oh, well, that's a bigger problem. Let's just kill that. I can tell you from experience, having been a person who's played that card many times, if you see your opponent playing this, bad things are ahead for you. Just straight up. You know what? I think I'm going to do this. Oh boy. Don't need those. Wow, no removal, no counters. So this might just be straight up some type of reanimator shenanigans. Alright. In the turn. I'm not playing the Zeotor's Proving Ground because I'm assuming I'm going to be trying to draw with it or something. Alright, what is the opponent going to go get? Sure. I have no creatures, no planeswalkers. Can we get something to speed up this clock, please? I mean, I guess that counts. Attack for 6. We're for sure playing this. I'm just not sure if I want to play Takenuma or not. So I'm just going to play one of these. In the turn, we will sack one of those, put them to 9. Pass the turn. I mean, they can get a board sweeper of some kind. I mean, Shieldred's only any good. Well, it doesn't even help them if they have a counter, really. Because we have Annihilating Glare. Yeah. Virtue gains them some life, though. That's real. Wow, I guess I thought they still didn't have a chance going to 9, because then they would go to 6 to 3. I guess we could search for we could discard one of these, but I mean, I'll take it. I just don't really know what the deck was doing. Okay, let's go for it. I think, sadly, we have to do this first. Though I did consider going Wormlet, and then next turn Wormlet maybe draw, like, Candy Trail, but that obviously did not work out anyway. So I think we're just going to do this, into this, and hope for the best. Alright, well, we know what we're up against now. Let's go ahead. I mean, sometimes the only way you beat these decks is by just overpowering them, so that's what we're going to have to attempt to do here. Gonna attack. Really hoping we can draw an untapped land next turn. Alright, they're going to protect it one time, obviously. Ah, slip out the back. Bruh. That's unfortunate. Oh, it phases out, though. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Blood-type Harvester doesn't really do much in this battle other than fight, so I might just sacrifice the blood token to see if we can find that land we're looking for. Nope. They're going to phase out our Harvester? No, they're going to Fading Hope the Harvester. Okay. Still think we're going to do the same thing. Like, removal, like I said, isn't likely to do much in this fight. So this is just a battle of, can we race them? Alright, let's get rid of this. Because there's no way they kept a hand that didn't have just a pile of protection. If they're keeping with light on land. Come on, untap land, deck. Off the top. Ugh. That's not doing us any favors. Damn. Alright, well, we're going to do this anyway. I would play Braids, but there's a chance they just have more stuff to, like, protect their creature, and I end up sacking a thing, and they sack nothing. That doesn't help us. Alright, we're tagging for 6. Like, they may bounce a Wormlet, and we'll just replay one. Store up. Alright, well, gets a +1. You got it. Stop one of my dudes. Fair enough. I mean, this is a case of if you just have it, you have it. Like, there's not a lot we're going to do about it. We're at 3 poison already. So we kind of have to keep an eye on the clock. Missing a land hurt a lot, though. I'm not going to lie. That was not good. Thing is, I almost have to discard Braids here, I think, to the blood token. To at least give us a shot with everything we want to do. Audacity, yep. Makes sense. Yep. You got it. I mean, if they attack, we're still blocking. I mean, if they have a way to save it, they save it. We go to 6 poisons. I mean... Alright, I'm going to assume it's a shore up. But... I mean, we kind of got to get them to use it, and maybe we could top deck like a... Go for the throat or something. I mean, obviously they have it, or they wouldn't have done that, right? Oh, really? Interesting. Kind of the same scenario, though. Sure, but that keeps it out of play for a turn, so they have a chance to draw another thing to protect it, which is unfortunate. Yeah, still gonna do the same thing here, though. Alright, we did get the untapped land. We got a Shieldred. Not sure if that's good or bad here. Play this. Sacking itself would make a body, but I think we just do this. Put the opponent to 6. How can they get us? They put us to 7. Alright, I think we just do this. I don't know if they have a way to kill us from here. I don't think they do. Because they would have to target, draw a target. Yeah, okay. Well, as you can see, as I played through those games, we made some changes, and we just ended up going a bit of a different direction. So, here's what we ended up with here. 3 Annihilating Glare, 4 Teething Wormlet, 2 Candy Trail, 2 Go for the Throat, 4 Galagreeters, 2 Terra Sunder, 4 Tough Cookie, 3 Blood Tithe Harvester, 4 Oni Cult Anvil, 2 Braids Arisen Knight, 3 Shieldred the Apocalypse, 2 Decadent Dragon. We have 2 Swamps, a Takanuma, a Mountain, Sekinzan, Boseiju, Forest, 4 Blackcleave Cliffs, 2 Haunted Ridge, 3 Deathcap Glade, 2 Restless Cottage, 4 Copperline Gorge, 3 Zeotor's Proving Ground. However, I do want to say we probably have to trim back some of the interplay tap lands. Like, it just... We have a lot of times where we want to do something on turn 2 or whatever, and it's just kind of making it a little bit clunky. So I actually would cut 1 Zeotor's Proving Ground, probably for another Swamp or Forest. Let's add another Forest. And then maybe even cut Deathcap Glade for the... Is it Woodland Cemetery? Is that the 1 damage land? Or do I have... Or maybe that's not even... The thing I'm thinking, Llanowar Waste. Woodland Cemetery is the other one. It's the other green-black land. There's a bunch. But yeah, something like this I think will clean this up a little bit. So you're not getting as many Proving Grounds alongside the other slow lands early. Because that does make the draws a little weird, especially since you're already playing a couple of Restless Cottage. I mean, even arguably, you could take out a Deathcap Glade to play another Restless Cottage. Because I think those are actually more beneficial to the deck overall, really. But yeah, something like this, I think, is probably where you're going to want to be with this type of list. So yeah, full disclosure, I had a lot of games that were very grindy, and I'm going to actually end up posting another one of those for those of you that like watching the long games. But there were some that, like, as soon as I realized the games were grindy, I just conceded because, like, I knew they were going to be long and they weren't going to make the video. But yeah, it's kind of one of those weird things. This is just one of those games that sometimes you're going to win quickly because you just hit, like, Wormlet into... Galagreeters into something into Shieldred, and you're just going to run away with it. There's going to be other times where it's like, okay, we're going to have to grind this out. We're going to have to try to play stuff out of the graveyard, like, just going to take a while. So it's a pretty interesting deck. If you like this style of deck, you'll probably enjoy it, but I think there's a lot of other ways to play Jund, so this may not be the best. It's at least one of the more interesting ones because of all the artifacts, but I think you could probably play Jund other ways if you really want to. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Uktabi Orangutan. Mostly because this card is actually just sweet. and it's simple, and it's once upon a time was a tournament staple, if you can believe that. And not just it was a tournament staple in Standard for a very long time. Even got played on the Pro Tour at one point. Like, but you know, it just kind of goes to show how Magic has changed. You know, a 2/2 that comes into play, destroys an artifact. It's like, well, okay, that's cute, but in today's Magic, we just have so many cards that do a bunch of different things. Cards that kill multiple types of cards. Like, I don't even think it's necessarily power creep, but just over time, cards change, games evolve. Even just developing cards, they just kind of learn what works better than other things. But thought it would be a card that you may not have seen or even know about that actually does have some real tournament history, even though it doesn't look like it. Yeah, like I was saying before, I have some other Jund decks that are actually a lot of fun, so I'm going to link one here that I think plays a lot smoother, and you even get to play with Axiok that's really sweet. So yeah, check that one out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.